Okay, I have little time before I want to give a tip to people. I do prefer a tarp, but I do use a tent occasionally. And one thing I notice about this tent and a lot of other tents is that they tend to, sometimes they need a little bit of help pulling the side out to aid with ventilation. So I kind of want to show off what I did to help that. There was a, I don't know, 5-6 years ago or so, I saw a YouTube video on the Essential Gear and Useful Skills channel. And the guy had what they call a tarp button, what he called a tarp button. And basically, what it is everybody should carry some of these, about at least 2 of them. They don't take up any real weight. You can make them out of anything. But you have a noose on one end and a bowline on the other. And what I did was I took a bead, I went to the hobby store and I got some of the beads that we did when we was in Boy Scouts. But you could use a pebble if you were out in the field. I wouldn't carry beads with me, but I could find a small pebble. But what you do is you put a pebble, and then you can pull it tight with the noose. And once you have the, everything firm up there, then you can anchor it with the bowline. Now, obviously this string's a little long and I got to cut it, but what I just made a loop in the center. But this is called a tarp, but you can use it on a tarp, like say one of the tie lines on your tarp gets pulled off. You can use it on a tent to pull the side out a little bit. If you're the place where you tie out that your tent rips off, you could do it there. A lot of places you can actually use this thing, and it doesn't take up much space in your pack. And I bring 2 with me all the time, and the string is really not that, some people use bank line. I like to use blue line because if I drop it, I can always see blue on the ground, or, something bright like this. But the next step is I'm going to show you how to tie it. Okay, you start by having your rope or string or whatever in the shape of an S. You pinch it together and you come around. The guy on the YouTube channel suggested 6 to 8 loops, but I found if you use 4 or 5, it's all the same. And when you get to the end, you pull the end of it through the loop, and you pull up with the at the top, and I'll dress it up a little bit. Okay, so I have my loop, my noose on one end, and you can see it will pull. On this end, you do a bowline. So That's your tarp button. You got a noose and a bowline.